We're back with another edition of Jackals TV. This is to cover the January 23rd game in the 30-plus D division for the Jackals against the Blades Hockey Club. You see the Jackals on the ice in their white jerseys and the Blades on the right side of the screen in their dark blue jerseys, although they do have some spares wearing gray here today. These two teams were both up in the C division together, both getting moved down to the D division, so they have played each other a number of times, trading wins against each other earlier in the season. Jackals will be without 4 players today. David and Gary missing on defense. John and Chris Stuhar missing on forward. Call up Brad Haber is here to play defense for the team today, and Daryl will drop back and forward to also cover on defense. So let's head to the first period highlights. We're going to start this one off with the Jackals getting the first chance. You see Brad picking up the puck in his own end, passing over to Darwin, just barely onside, and he gets the pass back, goes to the front of the net, sweeps it on net, but the goalie gets down low and makes the save. So here are the Blades going the other way. There's a stretch pass up the middle past Bruce, and it's going to be a 3-on-1. It gets slid across to the player on the far side, who barely controls the pass and just sweeps it towards the net, and it squeaks by on the glove side past Trevor. 1-0 for the Blades. And they're going to get another chance after Jared creates a nice turnover, but then the puck rolls off his stick, and it's a breakaway the other way, but the blocker of Trevor flashes out there to keep the puck out of the net. And yet another chance for the Blades as that player dangles his way through Lloyd and Daryl and gets in all alone on Trevor, but he can't beat the goaltender. Next up, we see Aaron with a big slap shot from the point. Goalie makes a save, but watch in front. Rob is tangled up with that player, and as he comes through, he gets tripped up as the puck gets swept on net there by Jair. That's going to be a penalty for the Blades. To the power play, the Jackals go, but there's a good chance here, shorthanded by the Blades as they pick that puck up off a steal, weave their way in, try to go high blocker, but Trevor gets an arm on it. No luck on the power play for the Jackals, but after it's over, they do get this chance as Darwin weaves his way in and makes a nice little drop pass to Rob, who snaps it on net with less than 30 seconds left. That's going to set up this face-off that Aaron throws towards the net. Then the rebound's there. Rob throws it on net, and it's bouncing in the air. Jared can't quite get it. Aaron does get it, takes a backhand, but it gets deflected wide, so we move to the second period, still 1-0. And there's another chance for the Blades early in the period as that puck is tipped, and then there's a rebound that gets shoveled wide. More pressure by the Blades as the Jackals are trying to get it out, but it gets kept in. Players going to sweep down low with it, come out front. The loose puck's there. Guy in the red pants gets a shot on net, but Trevor slides across and with the glove traps that and keeps it out. A nice save to keep this 1-0. Blades pressing again. They're going to pick up this loose puck, step out front. They fire that wide. Bob picks that up, and he's going to push that up to Chris Weeder, who pushes it past the pinching defender, races down ice, makes a move to his forehand, slides that back. Had a look there. 5-hole, but the goalie makes the save. Here's a puck up the wall. Daryl's going to read it well, jump on it, then come across the blue line, throw it on net, high blocker. The rebound comes out. He just misses that, and then Chris Marshall follows it up, and him and Jair are fighting over it at the side of the net. Jair ends up being the one that shovels that home past the goaltender, and we now have a tie game. Here's Aaron lugging the puck up the right side. He's going to drive wide and around the net, let the play set itself up, and he's going to see Bob out at the point, so he shovels that out on the backhand. Bob tries to get that through. It gets deflected and ultimately lands on Jair's stick. He throws it towards the net. It gets deflected up in the air. It's in Rob's feet, and he can't find it. Aaron comes in late, tries to shovel it past the goaltender, and somehow that puck stays out and keeps it a tie game. Now we see the Blades defenseman lob that puck down the ice, and it's not icing. Not sure why it was off screen, but Trevor did play it, and then the puck gets put up the wall, and it's held in. That player's going to throw it towards the net. It's going to bounce off Chris Weeder right to that player that was floating through the middle, and he just spins and fires it on net, and it gets past Trevor. Unfortunate bounces all over the place there for the Jackals. It's now a 2-1 lead for the Blades. Here's Brad with a nice move at the point. He's going to take it to the front of the net on the backhand, gets a good shot off, and then a rebound, and slides that through the goalie. So Brad gets the Jackals back on the board, back tied in this game. It's now 2-2. Jackals now looking for their first lead. Jair's going to chase this puck into the corner. The goalie comes out and plays it, but Jair cuts it off, throws it out front to Daryl, and as the goalie's coming back, he has to make an awkward sprawl. Not sure if that hit the goalie or hit the defenseman, but either way, Daryl's unable to convert. It stays out. There's a puck up the middle. JD tries to grab it, can't quite control it, He gets the puck batted off his stick, and that player's going to go down the other end, and he's going to go to the backhand and slide it through Trevor on that 2-on-0. And it's now, once again, a lead for the Blades is 3-2. On the ensuing faceoff, here's Darwin coming into the zone. He makes a nice little drop pass to Lloyd, who shovels it at the net. But the goalie gets a blocker on it, steers it to the corner. Next, as the period's winding down, here's a broken play at center, and that's going to result in a 2-on-1 the other way. Pass across, but Trevor stands tall and turns it aside as the clock winds down on that period, and it's 3-2 as we head to the third period. And the Blades are looking to double their lead early in this third period. There's a nice little blocker save by Trevor at the beginning of the period here, and they're going to maintain possession of the puck and pass it down low to a player in behind the defense. Going to step out in front of the net, try to jam that through Trevor's legs, but he keeps nice and tight low down to the ice and keeps it out. Here's a stretch pass up to Darwin. He's racing down the right side. He tries to cut in front, but the goalie stacks the pads and makes the save. A couple minutes later, the Blades coming back the other way, and this player comes slowly across the blue line, weaves his way to the right side, winds up for the slap shot, and that goes over or possibly under Trevor's glove, I guess there. It looked like he was ready to catch that one, but somehow it slipped through. Maybe it was deflected, but either way, it's now 4-2 for the Blades. Here's a nice turnover by Darryl at the line. He's going to move it over to Jer, throws it on net. The rebound comes up, and Jer slides it past the goalie, and the Jackals are quickly back into this one, regaining that goal that they just gave up, and it's a one-goal game again. It's 4-3. Blades come right back, looking to get a 2-goal lead again. Here's a little exchange, backhand pass that slips by the player at the point. Point shot bounces out of Trevor's glove and then off the post there on the rebound in the backhand. You can see Trevor wearing brand new gear here in this game and struggling a bit with the glove there to catch as he works that new gear in. On the far side of the rink at the point, you can see the Blades players trying to clear the puck into the zone, strike the referee with the puck quite hard in the midsection area, it appears. He's down, but he does get back up and return to the game. Here's Brad delaying with the puck, looking for a pass. Nobody open, so he curls back with it, goes around one player, around a second player, maintains control of the puck, shoots on net, rebound comes out to him, gets it to his forehand, and he slides it just wide on the far side. Jackals are pressing hard to tie this one up here. Jer puts that back to Aaron, who slides it back up to Jer, and then Aaron goes hard to the net, presents the target with the backhand. The puck comes to him, and he tries to slide it through the goalie's legs on the mini breakaway from hash marks in, but it gets turned aside. Here's Brad again, working his way up the left side out of his own zone, around a defender there, in alone on net, tries to go up high with it, but the goalie knocks it down. Minute left in the game. Last chance. Brad again working with it on the point. He gets it just across the line. Seconds ticking off the clock. Fires it towards the net. And that, believe me, folks, that just missed the open net. Let's have a look at it on the replay there. Inches away from tying that game with less than a second left. But it is a loss, 4-3 for the Jackals. So let's have a look at the stats. There's Jer with the 2 goals. Darryl with his 2 assists. Brad and Chris, the other players, with points here today. And we'll have a look now at the updated season standings. See Jer creating some space at the top of the goal standings for the team and is now tied in points with Rob at the top of the table. So the Jackals are now 1-1 in their return back down to the D division, although this was a team they were playing in the C division. And their next game will be against the Showerhogs, a team that they traditionally have had a lot of close 1-goal losses to. 4-3, a very traditional score against the Showerhogs. So we'll see how that goes, and we'll see you at that game.